welcome back to yet another client interview. And I'm Krish from LeadOxi, and we help B2B companies grow. And today we have Paula from Stratus Tampa. So, Paula, please introduce yourself, tell us more about your company as well as your role at your current company.
Yeah, so like you said, I'm Paula. I'm with Stratus Building Solutions, located in the Tampa regional office here, and my role is business development. So Krish is the one that sets all the appointments for me that I go run and close. Tampa's been in business. We do janitorial services and commercial cleaning. So we've been in business since 2018. And just growing hard and growing fast in our area.
Yeah, thank you for the introduction. And I think this is like my fourth, maybe fourth testimonial client interview that I'm getting from Stratus franchises because we work with quite a lot of Stratus franchises, right? So everyone has pretty similar experience working with us. So everyone is like, okay, let's do the testimonial call, and this is my fourth one. So Paula, what would you say has been our lead quality, we set up appointments directly for you, so we set them up on your calendar and you just have to go there, meet the person, do a walkthrough, submit a code. So what would you say has been the quality, because in this industry, we have heard a lot, and this is the fact that when you go there, the person either doesn't know why you are there, or there are random things, so what would you say has been your experience with our leads?
I think they've been great. They're definitely qualified for the most part. There's always those one-off people that cancel last minute or don't, aren't interested, but for the most part, they're qualified. You always give the correct information up front when you send me the lead, what they're looking for, who to talk to, the main contacts, and then you also confirm the appointments as well beforehand. So we have that extra layer of I don't know the right word for it, confirming, right?
Yeah.
Making sure that when I show up, it's gonna be a powerful and meeting.
Yeah.
So and my close rate with you is probably one of the highest of all the lead lead generators we work with, and a lot of that is a testament to putting that effort in up front that you do and making sure that it's a true qualified lead, that they're not just saying yes to say yes, right? They're truly interested. So I always get excited when I get a lead from you because I know it's going to be good.
Yeah, it's gonna be great, because what we do is when they we send out emails, right? And when they reply positively, let's say for asking for more information, or just telling us to stop by, we just don't send you that information, but we make sure that they're actually a good fit. So we'll go an extra mile to let's say call them, ask them for their frequency requirements, their square feet details and things like that, just so that we can make sure that it's a right appointment, a good fit for you, right? Because otherwise every
Yeah.
positive appointments we can send your way, and that would be a waste of your time, because you have to go there, drive there, and you will find out that either they were not looking for a quote right now, or they were just they just replied for the sake of replying, that okay, tell me your rates, or things like that, so just to make sure that they are qualified, we go that extra step. And that's why pretty much all of the companies that we work with have seen a higher closing rate than the typical maybe in-house marketing, or other lead gen company or other partners they work with. uh, there would be maybe 10 or 20%. With us it's 30, 40, 50, and sometimes even 60, 70% closing rate, which sounds like nuts, but it has been the closing rate of that, so yeah. That's the reason why it is such a high close rate.
Yep.
And I think it's been over a year since we have started working together. So what would you say has been the consistency while we are working together for this long? Because we have heard from other people that they start off strong, the first 2 or 3 months, let's say, they would provide more
Yeah, they want
appointments.
to prove themselves.
Yeah, but over the months, let's say down like 5, 6, 7 months, they would send like one appointment or none, or like 2 or 3 months, you wouldn't even know that you are working with them, right? So like, has that also, like, what would you say has been our consistency in terms of this sending leads?
Definitely consistent. I want to see more. I always want more though. I meant to pull up some of this, so excuse me while I look at my other screen.
Sure things. Like, normally I would have a list of all the leads that we have sent, and out of
I
which
know
how,
that
how you
I
have
was
closed.
trying to
Yeah, I
pull
did
that
that with, I
up. I
think.
don't know why it didn't filter that for me. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is weird. I gotta figure this out. I'll say, I think it also varies, based on the month,
Yeah.
what's going on, right? Once we get into November, December, there's just less people saying yes to appointments because they're more concerned with Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's and all of that. But I would say it's pretty consistent with, I would say, like 3 to 6 a month.
Yeah.
Depending on obviously depending on the month.
Yeah, exactly.
My filter got weird on this. I have to figure that out, how to fix that. But yeah, so very, very consistent. Again, and I know the quality that's produced when I get it. I'd rather have. I'm the type of person, like, I'd rather have less, but then be qualified and good appointments rather than my calendar filled with a bunch of appointments where I'm going to go and get kicked out of the place, or I show up and they're confused or whatever, and it doesn't turn into anything. I'm a one-man show right now in sales here at our Tampa location, so my time is valuable.
Yeah, exactly. We don't want you to waste your time on bad leads. Yep. So that's the thing. And like, you close the contracts. Are these yearly contracts, or like, how does that work?
Can you repeat that?
So like, you close the appointments, you close the accounts. So like, when you close them, do you do a deal of 1 year, or like it's just like monthly basis? So like, how does that work?
It depends on the client. Obviously, our initial plan is always a year. If we have a client that they can't, per corporate requirements, things like nature of their business or whatnot, sometimes we'll do like a 6-month or a month to month, but it's mostly 1-year contracts is what we close and what we work with our clients on, just because it's so hard. You need a couple months to ramp up and learn the facility.
Yeah,
so
learn the
we always are going to do a
requirements.
good job on the on every clean that we do, but we like to have that and show our consistency as well, right? This industry can be very up and down, so we like to have more than 1 month to prove our consistency.
Yeah, and I can see that from like, because like we run out of leads, so like we have to recycle the leads. So sometimes we would end up hitting the same person that we schedule a walkthrough for you. Sometimes, because most of the time we would just put them in a list where we do not contact them again. But sometimes the algorithm messes, and they get our emails, right? So they say like, hey, we have been already working with you and it's going great so far. So from there we know
Good.
that
Oh, pass those
you're
along
also.
to me, please, if you do.
Yeah, sure. Like, we get
Definitely
them.
pass those along if you get that. I have a folder for customer feedback. So
Yeah, because they say that, and like we get to know that, yeah, you are doing great on your end as well, and because of
yeah.
that, they are like, mentioning those things. Sorry, I'll just look at the questions to see if there is anything that I can ask you about. Yeah, so like, basically, would you recommend other companies, other B2B companies, work with me, work with LeadOxi, in order to grow their business?
Would I recommend you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
And like for closing, do you have anything that you would like to add?
Um, I think we covered a lot of that. I know I'll give kind of the most recent feedback that prompted this call again. Was I had an appointment that when I went there, and she was so impressed with the response of you and
Uh-huh.
your team, and the fact that she had reached out to other people and nobody was responding. It's really good. It shows your attentiveness, your team's attentiveness. That's the first point of contact. You guys are representing our company, so to have that positive feedback on that first point of contact of representing us, um, puts that to the customer, and I think it's great. So yeah, that's one thing I'd like to add to for those watching.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that like when you sent me an email for if the lead was
Yeah,
qualified, and yeah, it was good to hear, because in that
yeah,
lead our response time was more than normal, so like we would even respond like in less time from what that was. But like yeah, it was good to hear that. And yeah,
yeah.
thank you so much for joining in, like doing this video testimonial. And yeah,
Thank you for being a valued partner of Stratus of Tampa.
thank you so much. I appreciate that word, Paula.